ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं पारायणं द्वादश स्कन्धः। आवाजश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते। In our chanting today, resurrecting the Lord, we will do the chanting of 9th chapter of 12th Skandha. 4 more, the Bhagavata over. Let us see what Lord wants. Just enjoy chanting. As I was saying yesterday, day before, these 1-2 hours which we spend are more crucial. If we can apply ourselves fully, this itself can be the best sadhana for us. Before or after, if you are able to do sadhana or not, or even before after also do. If not, at least this much, let us seriously sincerely follow to please the Bhagavan and Guru कि वो कह दें कि शुक्र है कम से कम क्लास को तुमने ठीक तरह रेगुलर अटेंड करके ध्यान से सुना, चलो तुमको ग्रेस मार्क्स देकर पास करते हैं. May the Lord feel happy with our being fully applied in our class. Okay. अथ नवमोऽध्यायः. In this, Shaunakaji asked Sutaji to tell about Markandeya Rishi's charitra. So in the earlier one, it was told how great he was serving his father and all that. Now, Markandeya himself does tapasya. He wants to have Bhagavad Darshanam in the Pralaya Jaladhi. All that is shown now. We are anyway going to study this. ॐ अथ द्वादशस्कन्धः अथ नवमोऽध्यायः. सूत उवाच संस्तुतो भगवानित्थं मार्कण्डेयेन धीमता नारायणो नरसखः प्रीतः आह भृगुद्वहम्. श्रीभगवानुवाच भो भो ब्रह्मर्षिवर्यासि सिद्ध आत्मसमाधिना मयि भक्त्यानपायिन्य तव स्वाध्याय संयमैः वयं ते परितुष्टाः स्म त्वद्बृहद्व्रतचर्यया वरं प्रतीच्छ भद्रं ते वरदेशादवीप्सितं. ऋषिरुवाच जितं ते देवदेवेश प्रपन्नार्तिहराच्युत वरेणैतावतालं नो यद्भवान् समदृश्यत. गृहीत्वा जातयो यस्य श्रीमत्पादाब्जदर्शनं मनसा योगपक्वेन स भवान् मेक्षिगोचरः. अथाप्यम्बुजपत्राक्ष पुण्यश्लोकशिखामणे द्रक्ष्यमायां या लोकः सपालो वेदसद्भिदाम. सूत उवाच इतीडितोर्चितः कामं ऋषिणा भगवान् मुने तथेति सस्मयन् प्रागाद् बदर्याश्रममीश्वरः. तमेव चिन्तयन्नर्थं ऋषिः स्वाश्रम एव सः वसन् अग्नि अर्कसोमाम्बु भूवायुव्यदात्मसो ध्यायन् सर्वत्र च हरिं भावद्रव्यैरपूजयन् पूजयत् क्वचित् पूजां विसस्मार प्रेम प्रसम्प्लुतः. तस्यैकदा भृगुश्रेष्ठ पुष्पभद्रातटे मुनेः उपासीनस्य सन्ध्यायां ब्रह्मन् वायुरभून्महान् तं चण्डशब्दं समुदीरयन्तं बलाहका अन्वभवन् कराळाः अक्षस्थविष्टा मुमुचुस्तडिद्भिः स्वनन्त उच्चैरभिवर्षधाराः ततो व्यदृश्यन्त चतुस्समुद्राः समन्ततक्ष्मातलमाग्रसन्तः समीरवेगोर्मिभिरुग्रनक्र महाभयावर्तगभीरघोषाः अन्तर्बहिश्चाद्भिरतिद्युभिक्खरैः शतक्रताभिरुपतापितं जगतो चतुर्विधं वीक्ष्य सहात्मना मुनिः जलाप्लुतां क्ष्मां विमनाः समत्रसतो तस्यैवमुद्वीक्षत ऊर्मिभीषणः प्रभञ्जनाघूर्णितवार्महार्णवः आपूर्यमाणो वरषद्भिरम्बुदैः क्ष्मामप्यधात् दीपवराशात्रिभिः समम् सक्ष्मान्तरिक्षं सदिवं सभागणं त्रैलोक्यमासीत् स दिग्भिराप्लुतम् स एक एवोर्वरिरो महामुनिः बभ्राम विक्षिप्य जटाजडान्धवत शुत्रुट्परीतो मकरैस्तिमिङ्गिलैः उपद्रुतो वीचिनभस्वताहतः तमस्य पारे परितो भ्रमन् दिशः न वेदखं गां च परिश्रमेशितः क्वचित् गतो महावर्ते तरलैस्ताडितः क्वचिदो यादोभिर्भक्ष्यते क्वापि स्वयमन्योन्यघातिभिः क्वचिच्छोकं क्वचिन्मोहं क्वचिद्दुःखं सुखं भयं क्वचिन्मृत्युमवाप्नोति व्याध्यादिविरुदार्दितः अयुतायुतवर्षाणां सहस्राणि शतानि च व्यतीयुर्भ्रमतस्तस्मिन् विष्णुमायावृतात्मनः न स कदाचित् भ्रमंस्तस्मिन् पृथिव्याः ककुदिद्विजः न्यग्रोधपोतं ददृशे फलपल्लवशोभितं प्रागुत्तरस्यां शाखायां तस्यापि ददृशे शिशुं शयानं पर्णपुटके ग्रसन्तं प्रभयातमः महामरकतश्यामं श्रीमद्वदनपङ्कजं कम्बुग्रीवं महोरस्कं सुनासं सुन्दरभ्रुवं श्वासैजदलकाभातं कम्बुश्रीकर्णदाडिमं विद्रुमाधरभासेशत् शोणायितसुधास्मितं पद्मगर्भारुणापाङ्गं हृद्यहासावलोकनं श्वासैजद्वडिन संविघ्न निम्ननाभिदलोदरं चार्वङ्गुलिभ्यां पाणिभ्याम् उन्नीय चरणाम्बुजं मुखे निधाय विप्रेन्द्रः दयन्तं वीक्ष्य विस्मितः तद्दर्शनात् वीतपरिश्रमो मुदा प्रोत्फुल्लहृत्पद्मविलोचनाम्बुजः प्रहृष्टरोमाद्भुतभावशङ्कितः प्रष्टुं पुरस्तं प्रससारबालकं तावत् शिशोर्वैश्वसितेन भार्गवः सोऽन्तः शरीरं मशको यथा विशतु तत्राप्यतो न्यस्तमचष्टकृत्स्नशः यथा पुरा मुह्यदतीव विस्मितः खं रोदसी भगनानद्रिसागरान् द्वीपान् सवर्षान् ककुभः सुरासुरान् वनानि देशान् सरितपुराकरान् कीटान् व्रजानाश्रमवर्णवृत्तयः महान्ति भूतानि अथ भौतिकानि असौ कालं च नानायुगकल्पकल्पनं यत्किञ्चिदन्यद्व्यवहारकारणं ददर्श विश्वं सदिवावभासितं हिमालयं पुष्पवहां च तां नदीं निजाश्रमं यत्र ऋषि न पश्यतु विश्वं विपश्यन् शसिताशुष्टिशोरैः बहिर्निरस्तोऽन्यपतल्लयाब्धौ तस्मिन् पृथिव्याः ककुदि प्ररूढं वटं च तत्पत्रपुटे शयानं तोकं च तत्प्रेमसुधास्मितेन निरीक्षितोपाङ्गनिरीक्षणेन अथ तं बालकं वीक्ष्य नेत्राभ्यां धिष्ठितं हृदि अभ्ययादति संक्लिष्टः परिष्वक्तुमधोक्षजं तावत् स भगवान् साक्षात् योगाधीशो गुहाशयः अन्तर्दधे ऋषेः सद्यः यतेहानीशनिर्मिता तमन्वतवटो ब्रह्मन् सलिलं लोकसम्प्लवः तिरोधायि क्षणादस्य स्वाश्रमे पूर्ववत् स्थितः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां 12 स्कन्धे 9मोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्रीसूत शरणं मम, श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम, श्रीव्यास शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीकुमार शरणं मम, श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अयं रसः, अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मम मुञ्चत कर्हिचित्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादश स्कन्धः। मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ अष्टाविंशोऽध्यायः। भगवद्द्वारेण परतत्त्वनिरूपणम् आत्मज्ञानदानं नित्यानित्यविवेकविषयविचारणं सद्मिथ्या सत्परमात्मा मिथ्या जगतः विचारणाप्रकरणम्। Salute to Narayana, to Lord Krishna, to Vyasa Bhagavan, Shukadev ji, Suta Muni, Bhagavata Rupa Krishna, and all the Acharyas, Gurus, Devatas, Avataras, as well as the Bhaktas of this Bhagavata Mahapuranam, not only with the words of mouth, but really feeling our gratitude toward them and having Shraddha in their eternal, gracious, graceful presence. We are into this 28th chapter of 11th Skandha, the final teachings of Bhagavan about how to do the Viveka Vicharana, to discover what is the true self and what is not. Theoretically first. Then what exactly theoretically done and understood is practically when done, then truly what theoretically the truth understood is practically experienced. And only in the experience of the self, entire problems of the world along with their root, they go away once for all. Till the truth or the self or the Paramatma is realized, we may go with our own karma as a karma phala to various worlds. Everywhere we go, there is always bhayam, there is always dukkham, there is always shokam, there is always this bandhanam. There is no way other than knowing the self. We have to be very clear in this while studying the Shastra. This is what our morning class introduction also we saw. Now in this 28th chapter, we have seen yesterday, 17th mantra exhaustively done, 18th is so fully explained to us, 19th the example also seen. In the 17th one, the about Jiva was said in the 16th one. Exactly. In our Drugdrisha Viveka also, the 16th sloka only the explanation of Jiva. Mahavi. Sakshina Paratobhanam Lingam Dehena Sanyutam Chitichaya Samavesha Jiva Syadhyavaharikaha. Here also 16th mantra. Dehendriya Prana Manobhimano Jivaha. That's all. So, be clear how much ever real we may leave this world outside with the upadhi, still etad amulam. In the mula it is there, not there. But once it is taken as real or existing, marupa rupitam. And when it is taking so many rupa, what is it doing? Manovacha prana sharira karma. mana vacha prana se sharir se karma karte हुए getting the karma phala, for that going into different worlds. What is to be done with him? Jnana sina upasanaya shitena chitva munirgam gacchati munirgam vicharati atrushna. Upasanaya shitena jnana sina chitva. And how exhaustively we studied this topic. We asked like many questions, only one question among that we repeated. Are we ready for this chedanam of this jiva bhava? Only then Paramatma will be available. Okay? As I told you, understanding is different from readiness. I understand that as a jiva through Upadi I am suffering. I understand that when I transcend the Upadi, then only I transcend Jiva Bhava, then only in the Atma Anubhava there is Mukti. Understanding is okay, but are you ready? For those who are ready, to them only the sadhana is meaningful, no? नहीं तो करेगा क्यों? That is what we are all like Dhritarashtra. That day we said we are so sharp to understand everybody whatever they say, but we are equally deluded like Dhritarashtra. Still, we don't want to do change ourselves. That's why we remain all the time the same suffering jiva. Among those who understood, thousands of people, the one who really, and after understanding, really want to get out of Jiva Bhava by doing its Chedanam, entering to Paramatma, to him only Adhyatmika Shastras, Jnanam becomes fruitful, meaningful. So, yesterday we much of time spent to pray to Paramatma. Bhagavan, give this readiness and conviction in us to get ready to cut asunder the Jiva Bhava with Upadhi, with the samskaras inside, habits inside, also attractions to the world. सब काटने के लिए मैं तैयार हूँ. काट दो. Like a doctor. बढ़ रहा है gangrene वगैरह. You have to cut that part of the body in the interest of entire body. Many times you ask, is there any alternative doctor? कोई मेडिकेशन से नहीं होगा क्या? ऑपरेशन कर दो ना. कुछ भी करके मेरा पाँव बचाओ. यार सब कोशिश किया. It's not possible. It is out of hands now. So you have to amputate it only. When it is said, what is it? ठीक है. So there is no way to avoid suffering by continuing to be jiva. देखो ये बात दिमाग में बैठ जाना चाहिए. There is no way avoiding the suffering or bandhanam by continuing to be a jiva with upadhi, because they are all limited, they are all illusory, they are time bound, they born, modify and die. All that gives that dukkha. Only way is what? To rise above the jiva bhava. Then be ready to sacrifice it. Although, see, there are some very costly items in the world, in that shop. Maybe nobody buys it, but although nobody buys, somebody may come, so it is kept there. So, although everybody may not be ready to cut asunder the Jiva Bhava for permanent Mukti through Atma Anubhava. Whether everybody practices or not, that precious thing is always there. Anybody can go for it any day. And among those, we can also be. See, through all the experiences, we can get Vairagya. And all in all, inside our own heart, can we not say that enough of this being a jiva, let me also the taste, the jivan mukta sthiti of aham brahmasmi. करो. अगर वो वाला thought बन रहा है का अर्थ क्या हुआ? We are really being blessed by the Guru. If number of classes we are reasoning, studying the books, yet if that thought is not happening in us, see, enough of Jiva Bhava, let me have the Atma Anubhava. That means what? We are still not yet fulfilled in our upasana and prayer to Bhagavan and Guru. So, हे भगवान, मुझे सुनने का मौका दो कि जीवन मुक्त स्थिति is the only मुक्त आत्मा अनुभव स्थिति alone is मुक्त स्थिति. For that, I should be ready to sacrifice Jiva Bhava. सुने वो इसको, Lord, let me understand. Let me accept it. Give me the intelligence, wisdom, power, ready to give up the Jiva Bhava to get into Atma Anubhava. ये मुझे प्रदान करो. Go on asking. See, in bhakti क्या होता है ना, what you want to ask, correct thing. How to give, he takes care. You just place the order online. अब कैसा भेजेगा उसका headache है. That's the beautiful thing, you know. You can place prayer to the Lord, not the order. He will send. Be ready. Then one beautiful thing. Be conscious from now onwards. My decision is what? From the deepest core of the heart, I want to come out of the attachment to Jiva Bhava with readiness to sacrifice it to discover my Atman Bhava. Right now, I am not in that capacity. Now I am praying to the God. When I am praying to the Lord to establish me in the readiness to sacrifice Jiva Bhava for the sake of Atman Bhava, we have to do two things. One, anything Bhagavan is giving, he must be giving that thing only for me to become stronger in this thing. In this way, I have to think. Especially when the difficulties, problems come, समझना कि भगवान मेरे जो प्रार्थना है उनको आंसर कर रहे हैं. He is cornering me with more and more problems, troubles, dukkha's, so that not I want to get out of dukkha, but I want to get out of the dukkhi personality itself. वो भगवान मुझे डिजायर स्ट्रांग कर रहे हैं. ऐसे करते 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 ही एक दिन ऐसा पर वैराग आ जाएगा कि जो गिव्स अवे एवरीथिंग, गोज टू द आश्रम, सिट्स, knows the truth from the guru, meditates and discovers himself. Not as easy as it is said, but that is how it happens. So this is how this shloka, like that every day in one new way we can go on contemplate. Then the equally valuable precious was, what are the 5-6 things we have to do after getting convinced and ready to get out of Jiva Bhava to enter into Atma Anubhava, to get out of the limitations, limited to the unlimited, to get out of the gross, subtle, causal, to the fourth, to the beyond, the base, the substratum. This we quoted in our morning class yesterday. 3 दिन से हम इसी के पीछे पड़े हैं, इसके क्योंकि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So I will only mention them, you can understand them. Jnanam viveko nigamastapascha pratyakshamaitihyamata anumanam आद्यन्तयोरस्य यदेव केवलं कालश्च हेतुश्च तदेव मध्ये. First line says, what are the things to be contemplated and understood? Second line says, what is the understanding gained, abiding in which the mukti from the bandhana happens. Very beautiful shlokas, these are all. Only thing is, we have to be in that mood of concentration, Shuddha Sattva Guna, readiness to listen and understand. वो वाला ही तो मुश्किल हो रहा है क्योंकि इतने वासनाएं. फिलहाल इन द प्रेजेंट इतने भी अच्छे हम हैं, बट फिर भी अपना पास्ट हमको छोड़ता नहीं, प्रारब्ध हमको छोड़ता नहीं. वो इधर उधर घसीट के ले ही जाता है. And we're all victim of that. That's why how much ever good I am in the present, doing all sadhana in the present, still I have to wait for the time of the clearance of all. There's no way. इसके लिए भी बहुत time लगता है. See, in some of the Purana Katha you have seen, the Lord saying to that Bhakta or Jiva, भाई तुम्हारे साधनाएं तो हो गए, मुक्ति के तुम लायक हो, लेकिन थोड़ा प्रारब्ध है, अब 2-4 जन्म लगाओ, इधर उधर सेवा कर, then you get it. Even Naraji, in the earlier life only he had darshan of Bhagwan. सब भगवान कहते आप तो जी कर मेरा नाम लेते हुए घुमाओ, जब शरीर छोड़ेगा अगले जन्म में, right from beginning you are one with me. So keep that also in the understanding that I am carrying the loads of various prarabdha, so they also have to be cleared. For that only we have to have patience. Till that time, that has its own track. But from our side, pakka, this is the jnanam we have to gain. विवेकः ज्ञानम, विवेक करना ही ज्ञानम, विवेक करने से ही जो है सो है, जो है उसका ज्ञान, जो नहीं है उसका नहीं है करके ज्ञान मिलता है. And this viveka, continuous pondering, contemplating, should be based on the nigamaha. Nigama is the conclusion of the truth arrived at by all the guru and rishis. Viveka is same, like which we do every time. है ना, चाय पीऊँ कॉफ़ी पीऊँ, चाय डिसाइड की, फिर मसाला चाय पीऊँ, इलायची वाला पी लूँ, अदरक की पी लूँ, है ये नहीं? फिर अदरक का बना ली, बहुत गाढ़ा बनाओ कि लाइट लाइट बनाओ, है नहीं? गाढ़ा बनाओ, फिर पत्ता डालो ज़्यादा कि कम डालो चाय पत्ती, फिर दूध वाला ले लो या नहीं तो कम, चीनी डालो कौन सा? See, every time we are seeing two possibilities and we are discriminating, we are deciding one. The same thing when it is done with regard to real, unreal, Atma, Anatma, it's called Adhyatmika Vivek. And to do the Viveka, the data is given to us by Shastra. In Shastra, the pure truth is explained some places. Truth in contrast with the untrue also explained some places. Some places both are explained with all the logics. In some other place, examples also are added. Purana Itihasara, the explanation of the truth and untruth and the means to contemplate or inquiry between them along with logics and examples. पुराणों में ये सब मिलते हैं. उपनिषदों में ज़्यादा एग्जाम्पल नहीं देते, कभी कभी थोड़ा देते, but they just talk sometimes only truth. Sometimes they come down to explain about the untruth also, the Maya Krita, the Jagat and its unreality or Mithyatva. So, Jnanam Vivekaha Nigamaha Tapasya is a thing to should engrossed be in our heart that we must be ready to do the tapasya. Tapasya of without giving up the path, going through whatever comes en route, taking up the toughest sadhanas. More important is पूरा 14 इंद्रियों का भरपूर नियंत्रण करना तपस्या. Then pratyaksham, every day you are seeing. In fact, I tell you, in our life, what happening every moment, in and around life, if that thing which is happening in front of us, our own eyes called pratyaksham, if itself is taken and analyzed, half of the Vedanta is understood. Half of the Vedanta means the Mithyatva of the Jagat. The remaining half is Satyatva of the Paramatma. Beautiful pratyaksham. And we are funny. See the funniest thing. We see the children are growing. कितने 3 साल का था देख देखते 16 हो गया, लंबा हो गया. अरे यार वो 13 साल में you also have grown, but that you don't understand. थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ. Your children become 40, 45 years. Their children are becoming 17. अरे बेटा मेरा बहुत 18 साल का हो गया. बेटे you also become 70. But this we don't put a mind in. This is important, no? What is happening to me? जिसको जो हो रहा है उसे मेरे को क्या फर्क, मेरे को. So to we see the people deceased. अरे बेचारा डिसीज हो रहा. अरे you may also get to be ready. नहीं हुआ तो अच्छी बात. See the people are becoming old. When we were younger, 15, 20 years, बड़े बूढ़े लोगों को देखकर हंसते थे ना. अब देखो when we became others laugh at us. एंड ये समय भी मन भी ऐसे होते ना, देह से फंसते हुए भी देह के अंदर जो चीज चेंजेस हो रहे हैं ना, ओल्ड एज, उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते. दैट इज अगेन अनदर इमेच्योरिटी व्हिच वी ट्राई टू बिहेव लाइक चाइल्ड ओनली. व्हेन यू सी द यंगस्टर्स ऑफ स्कूल गोइंग, कॉलेज गोइंग, वी आल्सो फील अबे अब हो गए 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 पहले. गॉन ऑल द डेज. Pratyaksham. People are dying. Who is paid? Everybody. Half of the knowledge can be gained and accepted when we see the word. And it's only knowing and accepting is the solution. After that, if something can be changed, you can change. Some cannot be granted. Like some diseases are known accepted, there's a medication, take it and save. Some are there, known accepted, there's no total elimination of it, but you can keep on controlling, prolong the life. How karo? One or two things like old age and death, you can't avoid. उसमें ओल्ड एज अवॉइड हो सकता है अगर ओल्ड बनने से पहले तो मर गए तो, बट डेथ तो अवॉइड होएगा ही नहीं. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स आर व्हाट कि मिलना बिछड़ना कंटिन्यूसली हो रहा है. And wherever I gave value to the things and beings through raga dvesha, I suffered. So these are the wisdoms. अरे इसी को लेकर के गुरु ऋषि लोगों ने शास्त्र में लिखा ना. They have not given anything in the shastra which is out of this world, which is not everybody's experience. उन्होंने जो लिखा और सब में जो है वही लिखा है. बस वही कह रहे हैं, यू आर इन ए हाफ स्लीप ड्रंकन स्टेट, यू आर लिविंग लाइफ विदाउट थिंकिंग. वी ओनली आर बाय राइटिंग बुक्स मेकिंग यू थिंक व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन योर लाइफ. योर लाइफ itself is your teacher. Your experiences are your preceptors. आप नहीं है. Now imagine कि this is how I lived my life. In this I have done these mistakes. These are the right things done. If these mistakes were avoided, the right things are done in more quantity, I would have been better. Therefore, make this thought stronger. When I get new life, I live like that. इस तरह से तैयारियां करते जाना. Like yesterday, I ate this. Because of that, I got stomachache. So I will not. I will avoid it. Yesterday, I took this ice cream. सर्दी हो गया, नहीं खाऊंगा. Isn't it? This is what is life. Commit mistakes, learn from it, not to do. Do good things, learn from it, do continuously. This is what first when you learn this, then the higher teachings also come, which we spoke about. What is eternal, what is ephemeral, what is substratum, what is superimposed, what is changeless, what is changeful, what is consciousness, what is jada, what is atma, what is anatma. प्रत्यक्षम का अगर यूज करो ना बहुत फायदा होता है. And a more wise person is not only from his own pratyaksha anubhuti, he will see the world from them also, he will learn things. कुछ अनुभव बंदे बंदे को बदलते हैं, बट कोई तो स्टैंडर्ड है, सब में वही होते हैं. As I told you some of these things. Raga dvesha giving samsara, kala making us the old diseased and die, prarabdha bringing without asking us all sukha dukha. ये तो सबके लिए होते हैं, उसको सीखो. I like this word pratyaksha. If you can open the book of your own past experiences and read it properly, study it properly, definitely the vairagya for the nonsense and the inspiration for the sensible things will come. Pratyaksha. Then we saw Aitihyam. This also we not focused on it much, but we will share it now. Ki one thing is what we only struggle, we only study, we only experiment, we only learn. There are some places, occasions where you need not that much go through that yourself to learn the lesson. Okay, na? Looking at others also you can learn. Is it not? Like वो बंदा स्पीड जा रहा है, फिसल के गिरा. अब you need not also go speed और फिसल और गिरो and then learn कि जहाँ फिसलन है वहाँ स्पीड जाने से गिरते हैं. Why should you go through and learn? उसको देखकर दिमाग होना चाहिए. सेल्फी गए, सेल्फी 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 फिसल गए, सेल्फी लेने गया फिसल गए. Every week we see somebody drowning in water, falling from some mountain, under the railway track, मर गया सेल्फी लेते हुए. The other day, 3 days ago, youngster, he was doing नाटक in front of rail train coming, सेल्फी ले रहा है, गया उसमें. You need not do everything to learn. That is why our own ancestors, elders, through their own experience, out of their compassion, they have given to us books other than Shastra, and they are still alive, some of them, to give us the advices when we seek. That's what Aitihyam. इतिहास मीन्स जो हो चुका है उसके आधार से सीखना. इतिहास. That's why, along with our own experience as teachers, the another best teacher is our elders. They are 20, 30 years ahead of us and they have gone through. So they have experienced से जन्म हुआ, ज्ञान उनके पास है. If we can really tap that thing from them, Many pitfalls we can avoid en route our evolution. And somehow we take all money from elders, but not the guidance or experience of theirs. And the elders also, Vichara, should find time. I to say that in every school and college, weekly 2 or 3 classes should be there where the elders of different walks of life share their lives experiences of inspiration, their heroism at all. We have great books of historians. History में महान वो पढ़ाओ, and the living people speaking is great, no? See, like there are how many thousands of retired army brigadiers, the big generals are there. If they can take up this job of going to schools and colleges and inspiring the youngsters about the Desha Bhakti, about the discipline, about the surrender to the elders, about the management of personality, Arre Baba, you will make a totally different India. Why only India? Entire world. Aitihya. Is it not? So too, a culturally oriented people, medically oriented people. Everyone is there in India, seniors. You know, do हफ्ते में 2 बार जाओ बस, पूरे स्कूल को एक्सप्रेस करो अपने अनुभवों को. This brings a bondage also between the seniors and youngsters. Youngsters have the hand of the blessing of the experienced people, and the elders will have the support of the youngsters. वो उनका bond भी बनता है. Then because the experience and knowledge is transferred to children, they have the ready reckoner knowledge to avoid the pitfalls en route. कितना बढ़िया रहेगा याद करो, होना चाहिए वो. They are there. They are all doing privately on their own, like NGOs. Government should take up. And such crucial things. कुछ होता ही रहता है लगातार स्कूल में, बच्चों के पीछे तो पड़े ही रहते हैं, we know that. है ना कोई जा ही रहा है, but it should be done more organized way. More organized way. Aitihyam. Like for us, our Gurudev is a Aitihyam. Every aspect of him. His discipline at every level of his personality is surrendered to both his Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru, his Desha Bhakti, and after gaining the Atma Jnanam, Tattva Jnanam, Shastra Jnanam, how he bent upon giving this knowledge to all humanity at every cost and price. And the cost and price he paid was his entire life. कहीं रुके नहीं वो, जिंदगी भर करते गए. No, is that not the itihasa, aitihya for me, if I really respect him? My respect to him and knowing his life and learning from him, getting inspired is not for him, it is for me. नहीं तो मेरे लिए और क्या होगा गाइड करने वाला. सो ये भी एक अंग है. विवेक हो के द्वारा उत्पन्न ज्ञान होना है, शास्त्र आधारित, प्रत्यक्ष का भी होना है, अनुभव से सीखना, ऐतिह्यम भी सीखना है. ऐतिह्यम, like India. Learn from the past. You can't trust China, the dragon. There is no meeting with that fellow. LAC को सीट सेट करो तभी बात करेंगे. Here also. CBD, cross border terrorism, ठीक बंद करो, then only we give chance to talk. ऐतिह्यम है. The other sentence, we don't allow again the Babars etc. to come our temples, destroy our temples. ऐतिह्यम, अब सीखना है हिंदुओं को, कमजोर पढ़ना ही नहीं कभी फिर से, नहीं तो हजारों सालों का गुलामी फिर होगा. We can't afford anybody dare to do something to our nation or culture or Hinduism. सब लोग नारा उठा के never allow them. सीखना है ऐतिह्य से everywhere. From the natural calamities we have to learn what not. अगर आप सीखना है तो प्रकृति से सीख सकते हैं, चरित्र से सीख सकते हैं और बुजुर्गों से. such silly और smallest thing से बड़े thing तक सीख सकते हैं आप. Is it not? Smallest is what? जब आपको बहुत पेट दर्द इस तरह का हुआ तो आप क्या किए थे? It's a knowledge. It is aitihim. Then he will tell it. That will not go till the cause of stomachache, stupid things which you ate, it goes away. Then he will tell. The one way to throw it away is from the natural end, otherwise vomit it out. Sometime it will be painful, but you'll have relaxation. So he will give the tips. It is aitihim. उनको पता है उन्होंने क्या किया उसमें, including in which shape you have to sit or sleep to avoid the pain. Which exactly the kitchen medicine to be taken. These are all the physical things. Mentally, not losing confidence, not suffering so much, just taking the name of Lord and knowing that like this, so many diseases came to me, again they went away. Ye bhi jayega. Faith. I do this only. Whenever I get physical problem, every day. सफर करते हुए बहुत बार आया था, फिर गया, ये भी जाएगा. That reduces pain at least 10-20%. That itself is aitihya. In those days, the families members come together, sit, spend days only to do the aitihya. एक दूसरे के जीवन के सारे घटनाओं से एक दूसरे को सिखाते थे. I like this one, aitihya. We talked about the general knowledge to be learned from aitihya, but that is not our topic. Topic is from the saints and sages. Learn what the difficulties they went through to understand the truth, to meditate on that. Is it not? Oh, हमको मिलेगा. Remember, mukti only through jnanam comes. There is no alternative in that. Jnanam comes only through viveka. Viveka we have to do. But to do the viveka, the sources, the helping things are these. One is nigamaha, second is the management of instruments called tapasya, then comes pratyaksham, then comes aitihyam. These are all the things which help in viveka, which gives us jnana. And what is the jnana? Second line will tell us. There's no doubt, absolutely unambiguous, crystal clear will be told. Aitihyam tak ho gaya. The last one is what? Tata anumanam. Anumanam. Science is fully logic based. Therefore, everything is done logically. बहुत सारे इसलिए वो हमको बचाता भी है. The buildings are constructed on the logistics. Some word is used for though, no? On the logistics only it is done. The logically, is it not? How strong is the earth? How many stories it can withstand to? These are all logically सोच कर बनाते. The other day when those twin towers were blasted in Noida, how 40 मंजिला था वो, 9 सेकंड में हो गया वो without any problem to the neighboring buildings. And the other news yesterday, some detonators are put in a nearby some factories or something. सबके घरों में दीवार टूट रहे, बेचारे सब भीख मांग रहे गवर्नमेंट को, भैया इसको रोको करके. But such a huge thing broken. How was it? The logic. How big is the building? How near are the other buildings? How not to trouble it? How to induce? Without much time also फिर तुरंत होना चाहिए. How much दिमाग लगाया होगा जिसने वो किया है. He is a really constructive destructor. Many of us are destructive constructors. Some are destructive destructors. He has done already many towers. I was asking Anumanam. Logic. You be a logic means sharp in your intellect to know the pros and cons. Logician. Everything, बॉडी में ये क्यों पेन हो रहा है, थिंक नो लॉजिकली किस कारण से है, तो फिर उसको मत करो. दिस लॉजिक एवरीवेयर, वी नेग्लेक्ट इट एंड एवरीवेयर यू नॉट कॉट अप आल्सो. पर जो हमको जरूरत है, सी दे से द स्लीपिंग हैबिट्स, देयर इज अ साइंस बिहाइंड. ऐसे सोने से नींद अच्छा होगा, फ्रेश उठोगे. इस तरह सोचोगे तो नींद आएगा नहीं, सुबह सुबह फिर आधा नींद में खुलेगा, उठोगे तुम. दिस इज लॉजिक. इंक्वायर, बुद्धि को यूज करने को लॉजिक कहते. ऑल दैट इज विवेक ओनली, बट इधर अनुमानम इज अनुमानम. The anumanam at a higher level is called a sixth sense or intuitive power. To a very highly purified person, it comes. It's not a siddhi, a lesser than siddhi. Siddhis are when we do the yamaniyama asana pranayama, then through the dharana dhyana samadhi, when you get samyama mana, with the samyama mana, when you do for a long time, the siddhis come. But it is lesser than siddhi. I call it one of the most purest of the heart, a devoted heart that Bhagavan gives, where you can assess it. Like our great engineer of India, 3 days back, the Engineers Day celebrated. You know that Viksheswaraya from Andhra, Mokshagundam Vishweshwar. He is a blessed soul because of his high qualification of engineering, that he used to have the intuitive visions in the engineering field. One of the story about his life, you know, when he was traveling a train, suddenly he got up and he ran to the TT, told them, please stop the train. क्यों? 4 किलोमीटर आगे पटरी टूटी हुई है, ट्रैक. 3-4 किलोमीटर गए. People were हैरान. How can you say? And really when they saw it, it was broken. How was it? Physically, he said कि मैं सो रहा था and a rhythmic sound was coming. After some time, the sound was changing. Then I could understand something wrong. So थोड़ा दिमाग काम किया, ज़्यादा intuitive power काम किया. That some intuitive power sometimes confidently, consciously comes. Other time you are not conscious, but it works. Like you are on the beach taking bath and suddenly you feel अरे जाते हैं यहाँ से. तुम आप चले आओ तो 10 मिनट में बड़ा सा वो सुनामी या बाढ़ आता है. You are saved. What made you go away from is subconscious intuitive power. ये सब नो, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग दिस थिंग्स नाउ. 3-4 जन्म के बाद पढ़ेंगे हम. जब तत्व ज्ञान स्थिर होएगा हमारे मन में, उसको पाने के एक मध्य में माया, मन, शक्तियां, वो सब तब बात करेंगे. These are all not our field. Our job is to know the self and get liberated from not self. And all this is a part of not self only. But I am just telling Anumana. Anumanam is logic also. Anumanam is developing intuitive power. It is not gained by us, it is given to us when the heart is very, very pure. These are the ways by which we have to do the viveka, with which the jnanam should come, the saving jnanam. Now the question, what is the jnanam? The next line. So it is only one line. एक ही बात होता है. झूठ बहुत होते हैं, सत्य तो एक ही होगा ना. Solution is one, problems are many. Problems are many means the alternatives, non-solutions for a problem. Second line is crucial. We touched it yesterday. Again, we'll just literally tell us, we have to ponder on that. Through the upper process, through the process of what is written in the first line, are we getting established in the second one? That should be our focus. What is in the second line? Ki asya. First I read the line and let explain word by word, total sentence. It is like a spoon feeding only to all of us, if you are alert. Adi antayoho asya yat eva kevalam madhye tadeva hetuhu cha kalaha cha. This is a sentence. So asya means asya jagata or asya jivasya. Jagat we say, in that jagat Ishvara comes, jiva comes, all the jivas come, the jagat is there, all of them. इस जगत का आदि में क्या है, अंत में क्या है, मध्य में वही है. वो जो मध्य में है वही मध्य में जो हमको उस सेल्फ से अलग दिख रहा है, उसका हेतु भी है और उसका प्रकाशक भी है. In this we have to get established. Now, to experience that, which is the cause, which is before and which is after, now, so logical, na? Like I tell you. Earlier is gold. That's the next example. बाद में भी gold. बीच में ऑर्नामेंट की तरह दिख रहा है, लेकिन है क्या? Gold. No, to that ornament, what is the hetu? Gold only. What is the prakashakaha? That also gold. Now, how you recognize the gold? Only by transcending the ornamentation, even when you are seeing ornament. Having seen the gold, let the ornament be there without missing the knowledge. It is gold. Cool. Try to catch the point. At the higher level, it was Paramatma earlier. It is Paramatma at the end of the whole Jagat. अब मध्य में क्या है? भी वही होना चाहिए by all above said means. That's what you have to discover by Vivekaha, based on the Shastra with the controlled faculties through the Pratyaksham, Aitihim, Anumanam. We have to discover it. Ki, right now what I am seeing also is him. He is immortal, imperishable, changeless, deathless. Therefore, no birth, no misery in him. On him, these are superimposed. And you are lost in this, giving value to this as real, and you are really suffering. Before was rope, after is rope, in between snake is projected. The karana of the snake also is rope. Karana is not that rope ne snake ko le aaya, means the mula karana. Because without the adhisthana, adhyaropa cannot be there. From that logic standpoint, the karana bhi wahi hai aur prakashak bhi wahi hai. The illuminator of the snake is the rope only. Illuminator of the snake means the satta is the karana. Then the spurana also is both of the rope only taken by the snake. So adi antayoho asya yat eva, जो आगे आदि में अंत में वही केवल means that which is one without second. That परमात्मा alone end में भी मध्य में भी वही है. And that itself is hetu, the cause for whatever you are seeing the world of names and forms. And prakashakaha, here it is called kala. Kala means the illuminator. Again, आद्यन्तयोरस्य यदेव केवलं कालश्च हेतुश्च तथैव मध्ये तदेव मध्ये. आदि अंतयोः अस्य यदेव केवल means केवल means what is that, Swamiji? Shastra says Satchidananda. Are these Satchidananda three? No, it is one. And is that one is what? Is it other than you? No, it is me. अब इसको ऐसे ही बोला जाता है. The other things are later on developed the names and forms. Okay, first it is said as Yattu or Tattu only. Then that Yattu Tattu, because was appearing to be not a complete word. To complete, the question was asked, then the word Brahma is added. Yattu Brahma, Tattu Brahma. Then again question asked, what is the relation between that Brahma and you? Are that Brahma alone or you? Therefore, Aham Brahmasmi was added later. तो हिंदी में कहा जाए कि तो ये आदि अंत में जो है सारे दुनिया का, मध्य में भी वही है और वो एक ही चीज है, अनेक नहीं है, वो केवल है. वो कौन सा वो एक चीज है? वो वही ब्रह्म कहा. वो ब्रह्म कौन है? मैं ही हूं. सो मैं ब्रह्म एक ही हूं, जो आगे पीछे बीच में भी, बीच में इन अलग अलग रूप नाम के रूप में देखा जा रहा हूं. मैं ही, देखने वाला भी मैं, दिखने वाला भी मैं, देखना भी मैं. दिस इज व्हाट द नॉलेज वी हैव टू बी स्ट्रांग इन. दिस इज अ वे. Go on pondering, go on deeply contemplate. ఎవరు కాదు నన్ను అటెళ్ళు 4 ఇది. Now you see, just out of topic, The reality which is alone there as substratum for every Rupa Nama, how much for whatever the reasons we have rejected, and whatever the projections are there on the reality, how much we valued, and we are suffering because of that, yet we are not giving up. Just like we suffer all the diseases, yet we don't give up the cause of the disease, whether it is eating and all that. सेम वे इस मोह अज्ञान के कारण जीव के रूप में दुनिया को सच रूप में लेकर राग द्वेष से फंसकर दुखी होते हुए भी छोड़ना नहीं चाह रहे, हम जानना नहीं चाह रहे. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज मोह माया. अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग. What was there in the beginning is self. What is later on is like the same self or Paramatma, Parabrahma. It is one without second. It is Satchidananda Rupa, it is infinite. In that there is no duality, dualism, limitations, conditions. Therefore, all problems जिन जिन कारणों से होते हैं उसमें नहीं है. But in between also that alone. Even now when I am opening the eye, what I am seeing is Paramatma. But not seeing Paramatma. In Paramatma seeing the Jagat, taking the Jagat as real and attributing to it the goodness, badness, and creating in as Raga Dvesha, and then running towards it all the resources. कितना इसका आदत के हम मजबूर होए, दुखी हो ही जा रहे हैं जन्म 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 जन्म. No, I tell you, this is what opening of intellect. मतलब क्या हुआ, हर बार मर रहे हो, कभी दिमाग में आ ही नहीं रहा क्यों मरूं मैं. इज देयर एनी जन्म और एनीथिंग बाय विच आई कैन अवॉइड द मृत्यु. दिस इज व्हाट परीक्षित आस्क्ड. दिस इज व्हाट अवर नचिकेता आस्क्ड. अरे शर्म करो यार. You are suffering and yet you are not desirous of coming out of that suffering by finding the solution. This is called tamaguna. फिर भी होने दो. लाइक छोटा सा चोट लगा और जाओ तो टीटेनस इंजेक्शन ले लो या नहीं तो कुछ दवा लगाओ. नहीं मैं करूंगा नहीं. एंड यू डोंट नो दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग इम्यूनिटी लाइक द अर्लियर पीपल. देखते देखते वो बड़ा हो गया, वो सेप्टिक हो गया. तमोगुण है वो. एग्जाम्पल एनी ना कोई एग्जाम्पल हमको ये आदत हो जाता है. With deha tadatmya, how much of the headache suffering we are going through. And still we don't want to drop this and go beyond. This मूर्खता को कौन क्या करेगा. याद रखना, Guru and God can help only those who want to come out of the problem permanently. Are you ready to come out? Then only we help you. We don't want to come out. We are in such a non-thinking laziness at every level. विच इज द नेचर ऑफ पशु. वो सोचते नहीं कि हम बंधन में है ना, घास खाते जा रहे. डजंट सी द लायन और टाइगर और नमीबिया से 8 चीते आ रहे हैं, उसने देखा ही नहीं, वो फिर अटैक करेगा. 8 चीतास आर ब्रॉट फ्रॉम नमीबिया. टारगेट इज 250 in next 10 years, so that to show send them to everybody. That जानवर doesn't know. वो सोचता ही नहीं. वो सेम आर वी. Oh, and you know why this is? Only one reason. What is said in Taittiriya Upanishad. Medhaya pihitaha. Our intellects are fully filled with the Laukika Prajna. We are so lost in knowing things about world that we are not thinking about life and the bondage and the cause of it and the liberation and the sadhana for it. उस तरफ दिमाग जा ही नहीं रहा हमको. मेधया पिहिता. मेधा इज लौकिक प्रज्ञा. पिहिता आच्छादिता. व्हाट? आध्यात्मिक प्रज्ञा. आध्यात्मिक प्रज्ञा इज सप्रेस्ड बाय द लौकिक प्रज्ञा. लाइक non-Hindu, non-Indian, Sanatana Dharma cultures, all the stupidities are suppressing the Indian glorious culture. Overpowered by them. Is it not Today was one of the articles. Everybody in suit boot coat, including the Pakwala. Only the Iranian and Indian went their traditional dress. Everything is an issue in the TV. पत्रकारों कुछ तो चाहिए ना इन सबको न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट. It's a good thing. Why should we give up our tradition and all? And it was so interesting to see how many of the Uzbekistan people, Chinese, and all of them, Indian dress पहन के गाना गा रहे, भजन कर रहे. It was so touching to the heart. अरे यार, what's happening to our Indians in funny dresses and makes up and natak they're doing, whereas the whole world is becoming Indian. In 10 nations, Hinduism is now becoming dominant. Tradition may care of culture. We don't have the awareness. So, how many examples are given? So many are given. We are pitaha. Our jnana is covered by our involvement in the world. That's why after that Vanaprastha ashram, I am disconnected from everything. My only purpose of life and process for life is to discover the inner self. उसके लिए जो भी साधना करें वही करूँगा, ऐसा निर्णय लेना. So it is simple, evident now. It is in our hands to forget it immediately. I remember throughout life that what was earlier, what is later alone is now. And that is all the time there. And that's called Brahma or Atma or Paramatma or Sachidananda Atma. And that is me being in that is liberation. Not in that is becoming something because of the intermediate projected Rupanama called as samsara and suffering. ये है बात. आदि अंतयोः अस्य यदेव केवलं तदेव मध्ये कालश्चेतुश्च तदेव मध्ये. एग्जाम्पल तो दे दिया. यथा हिरण्यं सकृतं पुरस्तात् पश्चात् सर्वस्य हिरण्मयस्य तदेव मध्ये. यहाँ तक समझ गया ना. नाउ द नेक्स्ट लाइन इज व्यवहार्यमाणं नाना अपदेशैः. नाना अपदेशैः व्यवहार्यमाणं. नाना अपदेश means with names and forms, various names and forms, and their utilization only in the Vyavahara it is there. But what was there earlier before it is made as ornament is gold. When the ornament is melted, at times gold. In between is gold only, but Vyavahariyamanam as without names, forms, and utilizations. After example is given, that the conclusion is Aham asya tadvatu. Aham, me also, asya means of this jagat ka tadvat. मैं भी इस जगत का आदि में मैं ही हूँ, बाद में भी मैं हूँगा, अब भी मैं ही इस जगत के रूप में व्यवहार्य मानव हो रहा हूँ. मैं मीन्स द सेल्फ, द प्योर कॉन्शियस सेल्फ इनसाइड. And you can see the gold lump, no shape, no form. But his imaginary power, the goldsmith, when he makes an ornament, he takes one, एक महीना लगेगा माता जी बोलता है, थोड़ा जल्दी दे दो ना, कोशिश करता हूँ 25 दिन. Nowadays all machinery. Earlier तो ऐसा नहीं होता. सुबह दोपहर रात दिमाग लगाकर सोचते हुए थोड़ा थोड़ा mold करते. Either it is a ornament or an idol. When it is a clay only, मतलब any lump. But after 1 month when you go, how many designs are made out of that gold for making it an ornament? Or how many parts are molded of it, out of it to make an idol? है कि नहीं भाई? भगवान राम जी का बनाया उसी alloy से. Like somebody sent a video yesterday. Nataraj ka vigraha with 51 kgs, 5 metals are alloys. When you go after 1 month and see, from that only, face of the Ram Bhagwan. अब उस फेस में भी एक चीज है क्या? इट नॉट चाइनीज फेस कि है कि नहीं पता होता. इट इज इंडियन ब्यूटीफुल. The wonderful face, the eyes, the eyebrows, the eyelids, the eyeballs, then all the required shapes here, then the forehead. Everything is out of that gold only made. Then the ears are there, the cheeks are there, the chin is there, then the lips are there, the smile on that. अब देखो भाई कितना बन रहे एक ही गोल्ड में. व्यवहार्यमाण. इन दिस वे है तो राम, और ऐसे है तो कृष्ण, ऐसे है तो शिव। जटाजूट धारी है तो शिव हो गए, किरीट धारी है तो राम हो गए, मोर मुकुट लगाए तो कृष्ण हो गए. These are all shapes only, na, to that idol, to that metal called whatever the gold. Then फिर हाथ, everything, भुजा अलग है, फोर आर्म इज अलग है, एल्बो इज अलग है, this rear arm, the forearm, the wrist, the hand, the five fingers, each one is different. Gold only. थंब ही रहता है वहाँ, जैसा हमारा थंब ऐसा. That goldsmith or whoever the thing, he made it. Then you see the stomach and all, Nabhi, Kati Pradesham, legs, fingers, and like toes and all. ऐसे हर एक विग्रह इतना उसे अल्लाह से बन रहा है कि नहीं. फिर लक्ष्मण का बना है, और थोड़ा छोटा रहते हैं. और सीता जी का फेस, बट इट शुड बी फेमिनाइन, आउट ऑफ द गोल्ड ओनली, आउट ऑफ द मेटल. नाउ अंडरस्टूड. तदेव मध्ये नानापदेशैः व्यवहार्यमाणम्. Think more and more on that. At our lower level of non-understanding, a thickness of dimag, it's examples only which make us break those shackles, give us that breakthrough. 100 बार एग्जाम्पल को लेना है, देन ओनली. अरे यार, शायद मतलब जो गुरु शास्त्र कह रहे हैं, जैसे इन एग्जाम्पल में है वैसे ही परमात्मा के ऊपर ये रूप नाम का प्रोजेक्शन हुआ होगा. उधर होगा वाला जब तक नहीं समझते हो ना, यू कैन ट्रांसेंड देम टू रीच द सेल्फ. दैट्स द फर्स्ट स्टेप. एंड गुरु कैनॉट शो यू, गुरु कैनॉट मेक द होल वर्ल्ड. ऐसा करके पर ब्रह्म को अपने सामने नहीं लगा सकते. लाइक ब्रेकिंग ऑल द पॉट्स एंड शोइंग द मड, that you can do, but you can't break the world and show Paramatma. Then how to make him believe? Only through examples. And we have to take the help of Upamanam. Examples. That is what? Madhye vyavaharimanam nanapadeshai. After pralayam, again for the next Srushti. Why so much time takes? Because in the earlier Srushti, whatever was there, it has to go to the Mula Padartha. Then from the next Srushti, whoever are the jivas going to come, उनके लिए वो मूल पदार्थ तैयार होगा. Then they make what they want. तो so in between क्या था? Only व्यवहार्यमाणम. तदेव मध्ये नाना व्यपदेशैः व्यवहार्यमाणम. नाना पदेशैः व्यवहार. In the same way, aham asya jagat. अहम अस्य जगतः, अहम अस्य तद्वत्, अस्य जगतः अहम अपि तद्वदेव. So gold, aham, in between ornaments, in between the infinite world of Namarupa. से पकड़ के रखा घड़ा, नाम घड़ा, रूप, तो मट्टी कैसा दिखेगा? वही है. What you are seeing is मट्टी only. Seeing matti, calling it as pot, and lost in the pot, and not ready to give up that notion. And you can't deny also logically that no pot can be made without mud. So to no world can be made without Satchit. That Satchit was Paramatma, Parabrahma. यही प्रॉब्लम है. ज्ञान की बात कहो, भक्ति की बात कहो, वैल्यूज की बात कहो, डिसिप्लिन की बात कहो, सुनने को अच्छे लगते हैं, करते नहीं हम, इसलिए उसका फायदा नहीं होता. कुछ लोग सुनते भी नहीं, दे आर वेरी वर्स्ट फेलोज. Those are the things we have to break. Those are the shackles. And those shackles are broken by all this. What is the earlier sloka? Jnanam, viveka, nigamaha, tamaha, tapaha, pratyaksham, aitiham, athanumanam. All these weapons you have to use to attack and remove this strongest refusal of not wanting to give up the vyavaharyamanam to see the real. मध्ये व्यवहारमाणम नाना अपदेशैः तदेव. So what was said as sentence is proved through example. Before Swaranam, After Swarnam. In between Swarnam alone, Nana Padeshaihi with various names and forms and functionings, Vyavaharyamanam is being Vyavaharita. It's only Vyavahar. How important is this thought? I to really tell you, Fida with this chapter, Bhagavan Krishna. Ye or Drugdusha Viveka and the Upasanas of Taittiriya, if you can really do, Janma Dhanya ho jayega. Bhagavan Karado. Finally, the Lord only for us refuge. He only can make us do. Okay, yeah? Now, 20th sloka is conclusion of all that. And again, new topic starts. I tell you this 20th today, literally, any explanation required beyond will be given tomorrow. See, Vijnanametat Triyavasthamanga Gunatrayam Karana Karyakartru Samanvayena Vyatarekataschа Yenaiva Turyena Tadeva Satyam Vijnanametat Triyavasthamanga Gunatrayam Karana Karyakartru Samanvayena Vyatarekatascha Yenaiva Turyena Tadeva Satyam. Anga, oh my dear child, Bhagavan Krishna is addressing the Uddhava is Anga, Angi, oh my dear pet Paul, my dearest friend, close. Hey Anga, Etat Vijnanam. This Vijnana means this Vijnanamaya कोश में जो जीव है उसकी बात हो रही. Vijnana. Vijnana means the one who is knower, desirer, doer, then the receiver of the follower and the enjoyer or sufferer. That जीव की बात हो रही है यहाँ विज्ञानम एतत्. Tritayam. Yeah? Tritayam means what? Which has got three. Vijnanam etat triyavastham. Not Tritayam, triyavastham. Who is the one having three avasthas of Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. है ना, ये जीव को यहाँ विज्ञानम कहा. Who is having three avasthas? Why? Gunatrayam. Because of the three gunas. Karya, Karana, Karana, Karya, Kartru. In these three gunas, the Karana, Karya, Kartru. Kartru is the doer. Karya is the karma. Karana is the Tamoguna is the Karana, Rajoguna is the Karya and Sattoguna is the Karta. So इन तीन गुणों के कारण एक तरफ इनको तीन अवस्थाएं हो रहे हैं और उन्हीं तीन गुणों के कारण हर एक अवस्था में उनके अंदर ये तीनों हो रहे दिख रहे. The karta is the sattva guna. Because of sattva guna I am becoming karta. Because of rajoguna karma is happening. And the tamo guna say vastu ban raha. And these three are of three gunas. And again the same three gunas are when the sattva guna is predominant, I mean waking avastha, rajas in dream avastha, tamas in sushupti. So this was studied by us in Drukdrishya Viveka, interestingly. Antakarnavritischa chai kimagata vasana kalpet swapne bodheksha vishayanmahi, and also manoham krutibhadanam lingam ekam jadatmagavastatare manveti jayate mrite tatha. This 10, 11, 12 slokas, what we studied there, Telugu people, same here. Okay, this is Jiva. Who is Jiva? Who is Vijnanamaya कोश में रहने वाला चिदाभास से illuminated aham vritti. He only identifies with the three gunas of Maya, goes through three avasthas and becomes three types: Jagrat Purusha, Swapna Purusha and Sushupti Purusha. And especially in Jagrat Avastha, he himself with Sattva becomes Karta, Rajoguna becomes Karma, and Tamoguna he becomes Karana. Okay? Karana, Karya, Kartru. Karana is action. Karya is the object's outer. Karta is I am. तमोगुण से कार्य रूप जगत बनता है और कारणा इज एन एक्टिविटी, कर्ता इज सत्वगुण. नाउ इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, सेकंड लाइन सेज व्हाट इज दैट? समन्वयेन व्यतिरेकतः च येनैव तुर्येण. Turyena yena samanvayena. A big point it is. We are lucky enough that we have so much exhaustively studied this in our Mandukya Upanishad. And whenever such topic comes up, we go on elaborating it. What is the meaning of Samanvaya? Samanvaya is इन दिस जीवा का अभी जो सारे बताए इस विज्ञानमय कोश में परमात्मा का प्रतिबिंब से तादात्म्य अहमूर्ति कहा. नो द थ्री गुणास, देन थ्रू थ्री गुणास ये ओनली जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति पुरुष बन गया. एंड अगेन वी गॉट थ्री गुणास इज बिकमिंग कर्ता कर्म एंड ऑल दैट. नाउ समन्वय मीन्स व्हाट? In and through all that, supporting all of that, without touched by any of them, there is something who is permeating in all of them. वो सब जगह है और वो है इसलिए वो है. Everywhere it is there. Like Samanvaya is in and through the Vigraha of the Rama, from the head to the toe. You may call it as a hands, legs, kiritam, face, कुछ भी कहो. उन सब में सम्यक अन्वय. अन्वय मीन्स परमिएटिंग. सम मीन्स पूरी तरह से. सम्यक पूरी तरह से क्या परमिएटेड है उस राम के मूर्ति में. अगर वो गोल्ड सोने का गोल्ड का है तो गोल्ड है ना. दैट इज हाउ दिस गोल्डनेस विच इज परमिएटिंग इन द सीमिंग डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ रामा, दैट परमिएशन इज कॉल्ड समन्वय. दैट सम वर्ड थोड़ा आप साइड पे रखो. इट इज कॉल्ड इन द वेदांत द अन्वय पद्धति. जो सारे डिफरेंसेस वेराइटीज दिख रहे हैं उन हर एक डिफरेंस के बीच में, हर एक चीज के बीच पीछे सबस्ट्रेटम के रूप में जो एक चीज है उसको देखना समन्वय कहते हैं. लेकिन एवरी ऑफ द वेव द वाटर इज समन्वय. अन्वय इज कॉल्ड अन्वय पद्धति ऑफ सीइंग दैट वाटर which is there beyond, behind every wave, without which there is no wave possible. Without that metal, the राम जी का पूरा विग्रह भी नहीं पॉसिबल है और विग्रह के एक एक अंग प्रत्यंग भी नहीं पॉसिबल है. And that particular thing called ornament or gold is not a part of any of the ornaments, shapes or the parts of Rama vigraha. तुरीय कहते हैं उसको. फोर्थ, this is called samanvaya paddhati. What is the vyatirikena? Somehow you reach to that gold or the metal, and in that you look in its totality the Rama as well as the parts. Or either say this way or reject all the parts of Rama and Vigraha. Will the material remain or not? It still remains. That is called Vyatireka. Matlab, without him, none of them are there. That's called Anvaya Paddhati. Without all of them also, still he is there. It is called Vyatireka Sadhana. This is the entire Bhagavata beginning. This is the entire Brahma Sutras beginning. Is it not? What is Bhagavata? Janmadi asya yataha anvayat itaratah cha. Every day we chant this mantra. Itara means other than anvaya. Obviously it is Vyatireka. Janmadyasya yato anvayat itaratah cha. Artheshu avigna swarat. This is the Maha. This is called Janmadi asya yataha. This is a Brahma Sutra. Atato Brahma Jignasa Janmadi asya yataha शास्त्र योनित्वात् तत्व समन्वयात्. 4 सूत्रास विद द भाष्य एंड टीका वार्तिका स्टडी. ओ बड़ा हो जाता है. वार्तिका नहीं है उसके लिए टीका ब्रह्म सूत्र. तो इन कॉमन लैंग्वेज क्या है? हिंदी में बोले तो सारे दुनिया में वो जो चीज जिसके रहने से सब दुनिया का रूप नाम है और उन सबको बिगाड़ने के बाद भी वो जो नहीं बिगड़ता, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज the paddhati of Anvaya and Vyatireka used to discover it. अन्वय एंड व्यतिरेक पद्धति के द्वारा सब जगह जो है वो चीज जो आत्मा है उसको पकड़ना. These are all the logics. And in Chatushloki Bhagavatam, in that last sloka, what was taught by Narayana to Brahma Deva is this only. अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्याम यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा। ये अन्वय व्यतिरेक वाला दिमाग में अच्छा घुसना चाहिए। क्लियर? थोड़ा टाइम लगाएंगे। टुमारो ऑल्सो लिटिल बिट वी स्टडी अबाउट इट, देन सेम थिंग इज टेकन टू एग्जाम्पल टू पुट इट द अदर वे। पहले जो कहा कि पहले जो था बाद में जो था जो है होगा, बीच में भी वही है। आफ्टर दिस अन्वय व्यतिरेका, अन्वय के लिए पहला वाला श्लोक, नेक्स्ट श्लोक टेल्स अबाउट द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ व्यतिरेका, जो पहले नहीं था बाद में नहीं है, बीच में दिख रहा है लेकिन बीच में नहीं है। अन्वय में क्या है? व्हाट वाज देयर अर्लियर, व्हाट इज लेटर, अलोन देयर इन बिटवीन। व्यतिरेका, व्हाट इज नॉट देयर अर्लियर, व्हाट इज नॉट देयर लेटर, इन बिटवीन दो अपीयर्स, इट इज नॉट देयर। ठीक है? अन्वय से द ऑल परवेडिंग ब्रह्मन इज डिस्कवर्ड, व्यतिरेक से द रूप नाम आर रिजेक्टेड। think. Slowly we are entering now into the Vedantic Vichar. It's very lofty, it's beautiful. If it by God's Guru's grace, seriously, sincerely we study and it clicks to us, Janma Dhanya. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let us study our Adhyatma Ramayana.